Let's continue our discussion on quadratic equations applications on rates. Let's say we have town A and town B and they're 70 km apart. First, Molly started cycling from B to A for 26 minutes. And then after 26 minutes, Eva started cycling from A towards B while Molly continues. And then they finally meet at this point, 36 km from A. Then we want to find the cycling speeds of Eva and Molly. Okay, so let x km per hour be one of their speeds. But whose speed? Actually, it doesn't really matter, but Eva's speed is greater than Molly's speed, so we pick the smaller number to be x. Again, I can't stretch enough the importance of using this table to do this kind of question. The before and after now becomes Molly and Eva, but we still have actually the speed, time, and distance thing. So according to this highlighted statement, we start off with x km per hour for Molly's speed and x plus 3 km per hour for Eva. From this point, the time part is actually not that obvious. So maybe let's move on to the distance part first. If we look at the diagram here, it's pretty obvious. Eva has traveled 36 km. We can easily see that Molly has totally traveled 70 minus 36 km. So now, using the speed, time, distance trick, we started from here, then we go to distance. Now we can back out and get some information for time. And this is what we got. Again and again, this process is like playing Sudoku, filling out each boxes according to the information given on the same vertical or horizontal information. So now what? How does this 26 minutes kick in? Then you have to think to yourself, what does this number and this number mean? This one is the total time that Molly took to cover 70 minus 36 km. And this is the time that Eva took to cover 36 km. These two times are not exactly the same because Molly has already cycled for 26 minutes before Eva has even started. So the relationship would be like this. And so our equation would be like that. Notice that the 26 minutes has to be converted in terms of hours because all of these are in terms of hours. Then as we proceed, we first simplify this part and this part. Then you want to find a common denominator on the right hand side, which gives us 13x plus 1119 on the numerator. Now when I have just fractions on both sides, I could cross multiple, right? Like that. But here's a reminder, in your process, there must not be any canceling of variables like x or x plus 3. Just like this, okay? It's not acceptable. Otherwise, you're leaving out a possible answer. So now we have a proper quadratic, and it's pretty hard to do the cross method. So we use the quadratic formula. And of course, negative speed is not accepted. And so the speed of Eva is 15 km per hour. That's the faster one. And the slower one would be Molly, and her speed is 12 km per hour.